Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. And here I'm going to have a new unboxing video related to fragrances that I recently added to my channel. And as you can see, we have moved the area where I'm shooting this video. And if you're new to my channel, then welcome. We are all about fragrances, and obviously I'm doing not only unboxing or first impression for the fragrances. I also do reviews, which slowly they are being uploaded and you can see on my channel. So don't forget also to subscribe so that you can stay up to date with the newest fragrances, also have some opinion on fragrances, and hopefully you will enjoy this video as well. And as mentioned, I have here a new fragrance review first impression like video. So before further ado, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's just jump into it. So the first fragrance that I have here, it's actually a set that I took. It's from Kenzo World Power, it's called, and it was actually purchased from an outlet store. I actually managed to get it at a really good deal. So it came, let's open up the box. As you can see here, it came with the fragrance as well with a purse, more like a clutch. Nice. It's a pouch mainly, and it has this protective box here. So this is how the pouch looks like. It's very glittery, shiny, perfect for ladies. And this is the fragrance itself. So it's a pretty interesting scent actually. And it's one of the fragrances that if you read about on Fragrantica, you will see that it's quite polarizing. So some they like it, some they don't. Some they were even having a bad review just about the liquid, the color of it. So I don't have any issues with that. I quite enjoy the way the fragrance it looks. And if you're familiar with Kenzo fragrances, you know that not only they are unique in terms of scent, but also they are very long lasting. And in addition, they come with all kind of unique designed bottles, which I really like. This to me looks like, you know, the third eye, the inner eye, I would say. And if I go to the fragrance itself, here we have also Kenzo. What I can see that it has accords of salty, aromatic, and vanilla, a bit of spiciness, and marine. So this is what it's standing out. It has in it cypress, sea salt, and tonka bean. So pretty simple notes. I absolutely enjoy tonka bean in fragrances. And I see this fragrance, you know, as a bit tropical, something that would be perfect for summer. It's really nice. I actually enjoy the fragrance at first impression. And this is one of the most interesting one in terms of scents from my collection. And I think I will really enjoy it. Obviously, there are flankers of it. If you look on other YouTube channels, you will see that mainly they're talking about the intense version, which comes with the darker blue liquid, and if I remember well, with the black lid. Then there is also Kenzo World, the original. There's also Eau de Toilette, so there are quite a few flankers there. I found this one at a very good price, so I went for it. I really am excited to test it out, try it around, see how it goes, and how it's going to last on my skin. So far, I wasn't disappointed by the Kenzo fragrances that I have in my collection. Next on my list, it's going to be a fragrance from Calvin Klein. I was a bit hesitant about it because, you know, it's a fragrance that has been around for quite some time. And I'm talking about a fragrance that was launched back in 1991. So we're talking about decades now. And it's nonetheless but Calvin Klein's Escape. Let's quickly open it up. You will see that the bottle itself is quite simple, as you can see, and very similar color the liquid as with Kenzo. It's like the cognac. And this is also a very interesting one. Again, I read opposite and polarizing reviews about it, but at first impression, what I get here, it's floral and watery aquatic notes. And this is the 50 ml or 1.7 fluid ounce. As you smell the fragrance more, you will get also some fruity notes, some herbs. Overall, it's, you know, fresh, green, and sweet. And what I really liked when I was reviewing this fragrance, you know, to have an opinion and a better understanding whether I want to purchase it or not, it's attracted me the fact that it has so many notes in it. So we have melon, chamomile, tagette, marigold, apricot, hyacinth, oak moss, apple, coriander, mandarin orange, ylang ylang, blackcurrant, cassia, and lychee. So these are all top notes. In the middle notes, we have peach, lily of the valley, carnation, rose, jasmine, and cloves. So from the cloves, we get the spiciness and herb-like notes. And then we have in the base notes oak moss, musk, amber, sandalwood, vetiver, cedar, and vanilla. Usually the fragrances that have amber in it, they have this ambery-like color as well in the, as you can see. For me, this is, you know, more like a romantic, feminine, with a bit of marine saltiness in it. And I think it's a really nice one at first impression. I see it worn in summer, daytime, maybe evening time. And usually, again, Calvin Klein, it's known for the longevity when it comes to the fragrances. So I have high hopes for this one. And I love the fact that it has amber, sandalwood, vanilla, musk as well. These are between my favorites when it comes to the base notes of a fragrance. And I really think it's going to be an amazing fragrance to play around with during this summer. Of course, I'm going to come back with reviews once I will start using them so that I can have also more understanding when I like to use the fragrance, when not. But let's move on to another fragrance here that's new to my collection, and that's nonetheless but Mancera Coco Vanille for women. Now, in regards to Mancera fragrances, especially this one, I heard that they are pretty long lasting. Again, there are mixed reviews about this. However, I said I want to go ahead with it because this fragrance has been discontinued, the Coco Vanille. Sorry for the noise. I really like the packaging. So this comes with this. And this is in the category of niche fragrances, so not designer nor celebrity. It's a niche fragrance. So this is our bottle. It's 120 milliliter or 4 fluid ounce. Oh, okay, so interesting one. You have to scroll the cap off. Wow. All right, so what I'm getting straightforward, it's sweetness, vanilla, and beautiful florals and a bit of coconut. And Imagine like, being on a tropical island, walking down on the beach, with the sea breeze, winds between palm trees there. So that's what this gives me as vibes. I really, really enjoyed. And this was a more recently launched fragrance back in 2016. And the nose behind it's nonetheless but Pierre Montal. Montal has other series of fragrances called Montal from him and Mancera. So there are a lot of fragrances from Montal. And I really wanted to test it because, it's one of the best known niche fragrances and everyone is raving about it on YouTube and Fragrantica and other pages. And this one has top notes of coconut, white peach, and in the middle notes we have ylang ylang, jasmine, and tiare flower. And in the base notes we have Madagascar vanilla, woody notes, and white musk. So for me, I see this as a perfect fragrance that you would like to use on a summer holiday. I don't know, maybe going on a beach. It's a very interesting one, and what really stands out is vanilla and sweetness to me at this point. And I'm sure the peach will come also the moment I'm going to test it, and the coconut. And here we have sweet coconut, so not spicy like in Versace's Crystal Noir EDP. So here we have a beautiful vanilla coconut. Imagine like, I would even say maybe eating like an ice cream with vanilla and coconut combined together, or maybe like a dessert. So for me, this it's like a gourmand edible fragrance, at least first impression, but we will see. And I hope really, as the other reviewers were saying, it will be a fragrance that is going to last well. Another thing that Mancera fragrances are popular about is the fact that you can layer them. So you might want to add some extra notes to your existing fragrance, so you can combine two fragrances together, and these ones are perfect for that. Now, the other fragrance I have here, it's another Calvin Klein fragrance, and it's nonetheless but Eternity. Let's quickly wrap it up. And this is again a fragrance that has been around for some time. It's quite simple, the bottle, but it's interesting still. And this is actually a fragrance that was launched the year when I was born, so it's 1988. And here we have an interesting atomizer, because basically you push from here and the fragrance comes out here, so you don't remove any lid. And what I can smell straight from here, it's florals. So it has green notes as well, freesia and sage, a bit of citrusiness, and if we go into the notes, we have also mandarin orange in the top, and then in the middle notes we have narcissus, marigold, violet, rose, jasmine, carnation, and lily of the valley. And in the base notes we have amber, patchouli, sandalwood, heliotrope, and musk. I would say that as a designer fragrance, this is a really nice one. And this was actually, if I remember well, this fragrance was designed as a tribute to the marriage of Calvin Klein. And it's a symbol of eternal values such as family, peace, and love. And I definitely love this one. I would even say and dare to say that it's a fragrance that it's worth even wearing around, in an office environment, because it has a bit of, besides the fruitiness here and floralness, it gives also these green accords, powdery, soft, spicy, citrusy, and fresh. So that's for why I would say it's perfect also for an office environment. I don't see it as someone to be offended by this scent. And you know, it's a simple presentation, yet I think it's so much more than what we see here. Obviously, I have to test it and see as well how we get along, because you know, as a first impression, this is what I can give you and tell you about. And you know, I'm so happy to have this one also in my collection. And the last fragrance is going to be maybe a surprise for you guys, because recently I was mentioning that I wasn't really convinced about the fragrance. I was testing it here and there in the shops, and I wasn't sure if I wanted it or not. And basically what drove me into purchasing it was the fact that I had a dupe of it, a copy or clone, if you know it. And I really wanted to test it first of all and see how I'm getting along with it, see if it's something that I would like to have as an original before spending out that amount of money. Here it's pretty expensive, and it's nonetheless bad. Victor and Joel, the Flower Bomb. So as you can see here, the vent, it's here, and the bottle is here. So if I'm going to show you, you can see from here. So I have been using quite a lot, and this is a fragrance I purchased 1 month ago, and I was playing around with it a lot. And you know, I pretty enjoyed it, even though when I first tested out, I was like, not really for me, not something that wow. However, it's a fragrance that it's all over the places. It's hyped up. If you check any other YouTube channels, you will see at one point that they will mention this fragrance. And okay, wow. All right, so they gave me this Pipes Bump Explorer. So basically you have to push from here. It's a pretty interesting solution for a tester. This is the male version, and mine one. It's really, really pretty. I love the bottle already. It has, you know, like a grenade. That's how it looks like to me. And price-wise, if you want to know, I'm going to give you the prices from Cyprus. And again, some tips when it comes to purchasing these fragrances. So in Cyprus, if you go to a retail store, it starts from 80 euros for the 30 milliliters. It goes to 105 for the 50 milliliters and 130 euros for the full size, which is 100 milliliters or 3.4 fluid ounce. Now, my tip here is when you want to invest in a fragrance like this, it's either buy it when there are discounts, big discounts, I mean, or if you have outlet stores. I ordered it from an outlet store, and the 100 milliliter came at 85 euros, so it's a huge difference. I might link for you guys the website below, so that if you're in Cyprus and you want to purchase it, then you have the option. It's basically a good deal for me. Now, in regards to this fragrance, what I like is that it has patchouli. I love a well-made patchouli fragrance. I don't like the overpowering or, you know, right in your face like patchouli, like heavy patchouli. I don't like that. And I like that it has also white florals, citrusy, powdery accords, as well musk and rose. And this is a fragrance that was launched back in 2005, and it's considered to be an amber floral fragrance. And it has, again, some interesting notes here. We have tea, which gives that a bit of freshness in the beginning, bergamot and osmanthus. Middle notes are orchid, jasmine, rose. fuchsia and African orange flower. And in the base, we have patchouli, musk, and vanilla. And this fragrance is the winner of award FIFI Award, Best National Advertising Campaign / Spring 2006. And even though this is a flower bomb, to me, it's more like an explosive bouquet of fresh and sweet notes. I wouldn't say like a flower bomb. It's more like a explosive bouquet of flowers and fresh notes, sweet notes. And this fragrance, I hope it will last a lot because it has some interesting notes. Usually patchouli, musk are those notes that make a fragrance last on the skin pretty well and a long time. And I actually enjoy it. Obviously, as any other fragrance, it comes with a lot of flankers. One of them was recently launched. It's the one that comes in this reddish and maybe fuchsia colored like bottle if you want. There's also Flowerbomb Nectar. That's pretty sweet to me, at least for this heat. So maybe around, autumn, winter time, it's something that might be worth testing around. And, as a first impression, all I can say is that's something that I would really enjoy to wear every day because it's, just a normal day or maybe walking down somewhere, going to work. And I see it as a cloud pleasing fragrance. I don't see it as offensive. Now, time will tell, of course, because we need to see how it's going to react with my skin and obviously take it from there. And I had here also a few fragrance samples that I received from the companies. So one of them is Al Haramain Amber Wood. I received 2. These are very interesting ones. You have seen in my other videos. I even own the original bottle, the full one, full-size bottle, 75 milliliter, and I really enjoy it. And usually these fragrances from Haramain, they are unisex. This is the gold edition, and we have here interesting card, which gives us the details of what it includes, the fragrance. So we have bergamot, green notes. Then in the middle we have melon. The melon stands out, that's for sure. Pineapple, gourmand, and amber notes. And then in the base we have woody, vanilla, and musky. A very interesting combination. And lasts enormous. You don't need to overspray it, believe me. And it's something that I think if you're a melon lover, if you love vanilla musk, it's something that you will need to test. It's a very interesting Middle Eastern fragrance. Then I get also Valentino for Men Aqua sample. Comes like this. It's pretty interesting. It's a fresh and elegant fragrance, I would say. And aromatic. Interesting one. I hope my hobby will like it. Then I have here Nina Ricci Rose Extase 2. And what I like is that they show you also the bottle. So if you like the samples, you know which one to purchase, because sometimes they're flankers. Some of them, they look similar. So they might be like opaque colored bottles like this one, or they might have another one which from the same range or might have a transparent bottle. So people might get confused. So that's why I really appreciate these kind of samples. And here we have rose and yes, and raspberry pulp and musk. Interesting one. Let's see how it's going to last because it's an eau de toilette sensuelle. Usually I don't like eau de toilettes. They don't last a lot on the skin. I prefer beast mode fragrances. And that's my personal opinion, that's my personal preferences. Obviously, we can always top up on fragrances, but it's down to each one of us what we enjoy. And I got also Chant d'Extase. So this is what I was mentioning. When they're coming with flankers, they have different colors. So some of them transparent, some of them more opaque colored bottles. And this promises to be a fresh, sensual perfume. And it has lemon, salty notes, and ambergris accords. Pretty interesting. And this is also a limited edition of the parfum, so it would last longer, but we need to see because fresh fragrances tend not to last that much. And the last fragrance sample I got, it's Valentina Pink, this bottle. I heard again very interesting opinions on this fragrance, so I'm curious. So the pink edition has strawberry, acidity from blackberries. It has May rose, centifolia rose, and rosebud. Really nice ones. It has also cashmere, ambrox, and praline. So very interesting. So I would say from the pralines, it might go into the gourmand section, but we will see. So that would be all for this time, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, don't forget to do that and hit that subscribe button. Also, I would like to hear from you, see your opinions. If you have any of these fragrances, let me know your thoughts on it. Also, perhaps you can recommend me a few other fragrances because I'm non-stop expanding my fragrance collection and also learning along the side. And thank you so much for being here with me. Until next time, doodles!